Andrew, I wanted to... I was trying to... So thin.
I lost a few pounds.
Are you all right?
Oh, just nails.
Oh, Andrew.
Good job.
Oh, my God.
I almost forgot. Come on. Wait here.
It's a baby.
Well, you said you wanted one, and since I've been away over a year, this is the best I could do for you.
Andrew, what is this all about?
It's an Indian baby I found in the battlefield with its dead mother. We killed so many of his people, I figured we owed him a life.
The poor little mite. Can we keep him?
I don't see why not. When I asked the Indians to take it, they were going to kill him.
No. How helpless and dear. This is the last spoonful.
I believe that's all he wants, too.
Well, Andrew, what shall we name our son?
Yeah, the Indians called him Linkoya,
Linkoya? Well, what does it mean?
the abandoned one.
Well, Linkoya, we won't abandon you. Oh, Andrew, you'll choke the boy. Oh, he was starved. How long have you had him?
6 weeks.
Oh, what have you been feeding him?
Brown sugar and water.
Hasn't he had any milk?
Now, where would I get milk?
From a cow.
Well, my men did find one cow. They had it killed and eaten before I could find a pail to get under it.
It's a wonder this child's alive.
That's a wonder any of us are alive.
Well, come on, young fella. Time your mother puts you to bed. Down we go. Moll and I have almost finished planting the spring crops. You'll find the place has shown a good profit while you're away.
Too bad you got the crops in.
Too bad. Well, why?
Well, somebody else will reap the harvest. It won't belong to us.
Now, who will it belong to if not to us?
Yeah, the crops, the land, the house don't belong to us right now. Rachel. I had to sell everything we own.
You sold our home?
Right over our heads.
Oh, Andrew.
Well, darling, our troops needed food and ammunition. I had to buy it for them. And the contractors wanted cash. Only way I could get supplies was to sell everything I could.
But you'll get it all back. Surely the government will make it up to
Now,
you.
that don't seem likely, honey. They're 5 years behind paying me as Attorney General.
Well, at least we don't owe anyone anything.
I wish that was true. The fact is, I've had to sign notes, put myself in debt for the next 15 years.
Andrew, if we've no home, where are we going to live?
Oh, I stopped in Nashville just long enough to buy us a new place. I'm going to make it the showplace of this country.
Now, how can we buy a new place if we haven't any money?
Well, that's why we're in debt. I figure the time to dare to pull yourself up to the heights is when everyone thinks you've failed.
I do you a great injustice, Andrew. Once in a while, I worry about the future. I was foolish to have worried. Andrew built the house he promised me, and we named it the Hermitage. Oh, it was mighty fine. There was only one thing wrong. Andrew never spent much time in it. When he wasn't off fighting Indians, he was in Washington City fighting Congress. He went away so often, I made him promise that if I died first, he'd make my tombstone an angel waving goodbye. While Andrew was away, the ladies of Nashville invited me to join their culture club. I accepted because it seemed an honor to my husband. you, Henry. Mrs. Ferris.
I've been watching for you, Mrs. Jackson. I've done a dreadful thing, and I had to see you to explain it.
What if I can be of any help?
Well, when I first invited you to join our club, Mrs. Jackson, I didn't consult our other members. I thought, now that your husband's a senator, it would be quite all right. But it seems that it isn't. The majority of the ladies here today threaten to walk out the moment that you come in.
I won't come in, Mrs. Ferris. It seemed that people just wouldn't forget. I made up my mind then never to risk humiliation again. I'd stay at the Hermitage and make our home what we'd always wanted it to be. A safe retreat from the world.
Oh, Miss Rachel.
Mom, what is it?
You was away. We sent for the doctor as soon as we could.
What happened?
Lincoya.
Oh, Mom. What wrong have I done that I should be punished? Am I really an evil woman?
Why you ask that, Miss Rachel?
My husband is persecuted because of me. God denies me children of my own. And he takes away the child that I was given.
Miss Rachel, do you think them Christian martyrs standing before the lions and tigers, do you think they asked the good Lord if they was being punished? Of course they never. And that's why they're saints.
Andrew finally came home, and I invited some of his friends to the Hermitage to celebrate the occasion. The men accepted. The wives still refused our hospitality.
Well, I may be too old to be so Captain, but I'll contrive to do so on horseback.
Are you gentlemen going to desert me all evening?
Do forgive us, Mrs. Jackson.
You're either talking politics or racing. Which is it?
Now, you don't talk politics. You argue them.
It's racing. Andrew just agreed to run his horse against Greyhound next Tuesday.
Well, I think it's only fair to warn you, Captain Irwin, that Tuesday's my husband's lucky day.
It is only fair to warn you, Mr. Jackson. My son-in-law is a fine horseman.
All the better.
We have a wager and a race, Mr. Jackson.
We have, sir.
May I claim my husband, gentlemen? I haven't had him back long.
Why, of course.
And how much have you bet this time?
5,000.
5,000?
Should I bet more?
We haven't got $5,000. You know that.
No one else knows it.
And what if we lose?
My note is good. No one would refuse it.
Andrew, sometimes I think politics have taught you to be devious.
I didn't have to be taught. I come from a long line of horse traders.
Good night, Andrew. It's good to have you home again.
Well, thank you, Ted. Good night, Rachel.
Good night, John. Good
night, Andrew. Good night, John. You tired?
Some.
Yeah, if you don't mind, I think I'm going to have another pipe before going up.
Well, I'll sit with you.
There's nothing I'd like better. Well, I think our little party was a complete success. I haven't been so contented in over a year. You know, I'm getting mighty tired of life in Washington City. I'm happiest here at the Hermitage with you, my old friends. Well, did I say something funny?
No, my love. It's just that I forgot to tell you. One night while you were gone and I was very lonely, I tried to smoke your pipe.
Did you like it?
It nearly strangled me.
Well, you didn't go about it right. Here, I'll teach you.
Oh, no, well, Molla'd be scandalized.
She won't see you, now try it.
Well?
Now, don't swallow smoke at first. Take short puffs till you get used to it.
I've mastered it.
Well, not quite. Now you're used to the smoke, I'll show you how to exhale it properly. Now, first, hold some of the smoke in your mouth for a moment.
Is there anything else I can do for you, Miss Rachel? Shall I get Alfred to get some ham from the smokehouse for breakfast? Miss Rachel, do you think Mr. Jackson would like some of them fancy pancakes we cooked while he was away? Oh, they sure something fancy. Is we used 1 cup or 2 cups of cream? Seems like 1 cup's a plenty. You mighty red in the face, Miss Rachel. Is you all right?
Yes, Ma.
Oh, Andrew.